We good? What's up, everybody? It's your girl with the vibe, LexiLive, and tonight I want to thank you for joining us. I have a very special guest with me tonight, a long time friend. We go way back like a Cadillac with four flats. My girl. So wait, I want to say I say Ish like when I'm talking to you.
That's
I
fine.
say
Say
Ish.
what you want to say.
So you got, but Ebony Byrd
Yes.
is how everybody knows you, and
Yes.
your Instagram name is
Ebony M. Appeal.
okay. I am so happy to have you.
Hey, thanks
Welcome,
for having
lady.
me. I'm happy to be here.
How you been?
I'm good. I'm good maintaining through all this craziness,
Now
but
she's okay. So I want to say Philly bred, but she's from Chester, right? But Philly had her now. Shy got her. The Shy got her. It's okay. They can borrow her, but she's always going to be Philly bred, no matter what. No matter what.
absolutely all day.
So what you been up to? Like how you been during this quarantine and the pandemic and then the Civil War and then the SARS outbreak and then it's just going down. So
Girl, trying to stay sane through it all. It's a lot. It's an emotional roller coaster. But being a mother, which I am, is has allowed me to tap into a lot of different things like gardening. Girl, I'm gardening
I
now.
saw you posting your pictures. You got a
You know,
little green.
I'm loving it too. It's fun. It's fun. I never thought I'd be doing that so early in my life. Because I'm still young and all
But
that.
I hear that it's like so relaxing and like you
It's
think
therapeutic. It's
Mhm.
therapeutic, and they growing and just seeing it grow. It's like a proud mama. It's like, I
I
love it.
saw you posting like, man, look at my babies, bro. Like you be out there
Exactly.
talking to them and stuff too.
I do. I do. So I get up in the morning. I get up early. I go out there. I water them. I trim all it did, weeds or whatever growing around them. I sit out with my coffee, and I just
Really?
enjoy it. And as I'm cutting and trimming them, I'm like, oh, you looking good. You growing good. Go ahead, baby. I see you.
You got to. I hear that's like a part of gardening, like because
She
they
is
they live
helping.
off our carbon dioxide and they give us oxygen. So like yeah, so I think those things kind of just come naturally once you get into the gardening, like the
That's
whole
right.
agricultural life of it, it just comes to you. I would do it. I'm scared of bugs though. I don't like nothing with more legs than me. I just can't.
Well, that's a part of gardening, let me tell
Oh.
you, because I see all kinds of stuff out there. It's like, okay, what kind of bug is this now? But I wear my gloves now. I do because I was just a little rough with it. I was out there with my hands because
Mhm.
since the pandemic, I cut all my nails off.
Right,
So now
right.
I got my bare hands. So it's like it don't matter. But no, that stuff hurt. That dirt
Uh,
get up in your nails. That's not sexy.
no.
That's not sexy. But yeah, so I've been gardening and I've been doing a lot of cooking, and that's really been helping me stay focused and stay sane for the most part.
So you've been doing some big things, and I'm really, really rooting for you. I'm really happy to see that. We talked earlier in this week, and I think we met when we were like what 15,
Yeah, something like that.
15,
15.
and I think it was like maybe we were around 16, and you said to me, um, "I'm moving to Chicago. Chicago gonna be my city," and you actually did it. Like you
And
actually.
it wasn't planned like that. Like I really wanted to go back after visiting for, I'm gonna say, the first and second time.
Mhm.
Chicago was just, it just felt big. It just felt welcoming and it felt like home. I can't necessarily say what it was, but I'm like, something about this place, it just feels like home. Like I should be here. I got to come back. And, being in college, I wound up meeting my children's father
Mhm.
there and moved to Chicago with him after school. So
Do you feel like you being in Chicago, or do you feel fulfilled? Like, do you feel like I did exactly what I was supposed to do? And like, if you feel like you want to branch out and go somewhere else, I'm not leaving nothing like no stone unturned. Like I did everything here, and like when I move forward, I'll be good. Like I'll be fulfilled.
yeah, it was definitely a good foundation. I did a lot. I did a lot of things that I'm passionate about there. My music, film, started film,
Mhm.
um, writing. I started and connected with a lot of people there. So And I feel like using that foundation, I can go anywhere, and have been, just traveling around the world, and got a lot of good training in Chicago.
That's
So
awesome. That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Like it happened for you like that. That's dope. So
I'm
like
still, girl. I'm still working. I'm where I want to be, but I'm still striving. It's a journey. It's a journey for sure.
that's
So, but I
awesome.
love it.
So like who did you get a chance to work with like out there? Because I know you said so you got a whole bunch of stuff that we're gonna cover
Oh
because you
God.
like the acting and then you into the music and then like so you kind of diverse out there. So the acting came along. Did you like? Is that something that you just fell into, or that you always had a interest in that?
I always had an interest in it. So what I did was I went to a lot of festivals. I started going to a lot of festivals and just seeing what the independent film market was looking like in Chicago, meeting a lot of people. And through that, you know, being introduced to people and them hearing my music, not only did I get start with a role, they put my music in it as well. And
Mhm.
through that, it was like they start referring me to other filmmakers and directors that wanted my music. So it worked out like that, because in the independent film business, they try to cut the cost on a lot of things. So they
Right.
want to work with some artists who they don't feel like they have to put up a big budget for. So it's like I'm new, I'm trying to get my music out there. Why not? Let me do this and get the opportunity and the experience and the promo. So that's how I did it.
That's how you did it. So I caught Percy Jackson.
You what?
I caught it. I said
Oh, Pierre Jackson.
Pierre
Yes.
Jackson.
I said, who Percy?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm trying not to like look like I'm reading, but reading it real quick. But I caught Pierre Jackson. I
Okay.
told you, I said I felt like your character was 100% Philly,
Yes.
100% Philly swag. If you didn't see it, it's on
Yes,
Netflix.
Raquel. Raquel was something else. She was definitely a hustler
Hmm.
about her coin.
But
She,
she wasn't about getting it the grimy way. Like
well, not at well,
at first,
she got a heart. She
yeah.
eventually
Yeah.
came around like, I can't do this, but at first she was all for it. She was
Mhm.
all for it because when you get some information through a woman like this nigga, this dude doing me wrong or whatever, you want to like, look, I got you, sis. I'm
I
gonna do
got you.
this. But
Mhm.
then once I start getting more information about the situation, I'm like, I can't do this. This ain't right. She was bogus in this situation. She
Anyway,
was wrong. So no, I can't do this to my brother like
this
this.
is a Philly vibe. Like once you get the whole story, you be like, now, see, I was with you, but now you out here.
You
So
out here. So yeah.
that's
Yeah.
interesting. So I know you said you did a lot of acting with like the independent artists. Do you feel in the industry that you've been in for the period of time that you've been in the acting industry, do you feel that black producers and black film writers and filmmakers, do they get the credit that they deserve?
Um, no, not all the time. Not all the time. And we all know why. They really don't try to they try to not give us credit where it's due. And but that's with anything. We just gotta keep at it. And more importantly, we gotta support each other.
Yeah,
It's power in numbers.
it
And
really is.
if we really support each other, they have no choice.
Hmm.
But I don't know. Hollywood is something, man. Hollywood will have you by the balls, especially when it comes to these films, and they will tell you what you can do and what you can't do.
But you can
And
do it.
if you don't believe in yourself and believe, as a filmmaker, that you can do it without them,
You'll fall for it.
you're gonna fall for it every time.
Yeah.
And it's tough. It's tough.
Awesome. So are you going to stay here in the acting arena or
I am, but I have so many other things I want to do,
you want more too?
especially nowadays, the way things is going, the film industry in Hollywood is it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and it's a lot of things that you get involved in that don't sit right with your heart, and sometimes it make you want to just leave it all. But I'm passionate about the arts in general,
Yeah.
so I can't wait to really just connect with people who want to get good messages out there, our stories. We write our own narratives, and
Mhm.
people who have passions for writing our own narratives. That's the people I want to work for. So when
Excellent.
things like that come across, I'm all for it.
Absolutely. And you can tell that you're passionate about the arts because it's like if you're not doing acting, then you're doing music. If you're not doing music, then you're doing filmmaking. I like to see when people are just like tangled up in it. Like I really like I'm not just in it.
It's a
I'm
lifestyle.
tangled up in it. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. Like I can't shake it off. Like I'm
Yep.
in it. I'm chin deep in this thing.
Yep.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Trust me. Like
Thank
you got
you.
people who are watching, who are supporting you 100%. So
Thank,
stay on the straight and narrow. I'm so proud. This is my across the street.
thank you.
So we're gonna switch it up.
Okay. Switch it up.
Okay, we're gonna play a little game.
Uh-oh.
It's called Finish the Lyrics from the 90s.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite part. I think so. You're gonna try and get me though. I know it. I know it. Let's go. Come on.
Ready?
I'm ready.
So you gotta give me the artist and you gotta finish the lyric.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on.
Ooh, when I met you, I just knew that you would take
Take
my
my
heart.
heart and run until you told me how you love for me. You said I'm not the one. Oh, Mary Jack. So I slowly came to see all the things that you were made of. Look, don't stop. Don't.
Yeah. With the boots. Get the boots.
Yes.
Okay.
Real
Okay.
love,
Here we
baby.
go. Here we go. She got it. Okay, here we go. 5 points. 5 points. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Have you ever loved someone so much you thought you got?
Given so much of yourself, it seems the only way.
Hey.
Tell me what you want, and I will give it to you.
Wow, why you gonna give it to him? Why you gonna give it to him?
Cause you are
My love.
my love. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The vibe is in the house tonight.
All day.
Girl, my girl. Here we go.
All right.
One more. No, 2 more. Here we go.
Keep it going.
Oh no, I think. Wait. Oh no, one more. Okay. Ready?
I'm ready.
This is how we do it. All hands up in the air.
And waving from here to there. If you're an OG Mac or a wannabe player,
What?
it's been good to me
When?
ever since I was a lowercase G. But now I'm a big G.
What?
But I got the money, $100 bills, y'all. If you were from where I'm
This is how we do it in real life. In real life. Okay,
Yes.
we walking away with the belt tonight. Okay. Who's that by? Who's that by?
ready. I was ready.
Who's it by? Who's it by?
Oh, Montel Jordan, baby. I'm sorry.
All right,
I'm
all right.
sorry.
All right.
Sexiness, all that man sexiness. Yes. Yes.
That's so decent. That's so decent. So let's see what I want to talk about. The music.
Yes.
Okay, so because you just came to Philly not too long ago and you did a video.
Yes. The video went well. What I did was I shot a video for a song that I had featured in the film.
Okay.
And the film is called White People Money, and it's directed by Mark Harris. And right before the pandemic, the film was set to release, but everything's put on hold now. Mm-hmm. So yes, that's what the video was for. The video was for that song. And the one shot in Philly was called Shorty Stacked.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So give me a little bit about like what's the backstory with Shorty Stack? Like what exactly does
Well, they had a scene in the movie that they were doing kind of like a parody to Friday. It was the scene when she was in the room kind of snapping like, I'll get my cousins to come beat you, whatever. It was like that scene. They kind of redid that. So, ghetto girl in the room sitting on the bed and Shorty Stacks is the song that she was listening to in the background.
Okay.
That's it. It was for a scene. And it was in the song that they had in that scene, if I'm correct, it was Uncle Luke. It was Doodle Brown.
Okay. Yes, yes.
So this song, I wanted to have that feel. And if you
Okay,
hear
that
it,
vibe to it. Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
it
So
definitely.
like who have you worked with in the music industry? Who do you aspire to work with in the music industry?
Oh man, who do I inspire to work with so many people. Um, but as far as who I've worked with, big names, as far as any big name that you will recognize, no one yet. Um, is there anybody that you may know?
Even if they underground, it's cool to give them a shout out. It may be somebody, but whoever, like who you work with and who you aspire to work with.
Well, I worked with a lot of a lot of my songs. I work with some artists, some underground artists. Um, I have a song called "Laying It Down" by Carla Proctor. She's a singer out of Chicago. She's awesome. And this song, "Laying It Down," it was one of those songs that I had, in the middle of the night, woke up like, ooh, I
Right.
gotta write this down. I gotta
Those
record
those
it. And
ones.
it was like a Billie Holiday sample. It was a Billie Holiday sound in my head. So I got her to redo it. And it was the Billie Holiday song, If That Isn't Love, If That Isn't Love. And so she did the sample, and she's an awesome talent. She really is. And her name again is Carla Proctor, and it is "Laying It Down." You can hear that on SoundCloud. You can hear that on Spotify, YouTube, and some other artists, local artists in Chicago. So
Okay.
I've worked with a lot of up and coming artists.
Okay.
Yeah,
Got
and
the go ahead,
huh?
go ahead. What were you saying?
I aspire to work with.
Yes.
I would love to do a song with Monica.
Okay.
She was one of my favorites growing up.
Okay.
You know, Janelle Monáe.
Okay.
I like her whole style.
The vibe and
I
everything.
love her vibe. With so many people, Lex. There's so many people. But yeah, I like to work with artists who just do their own thing.
Mhm.
Real just dope, do their own thing, and just stick with their style.
So you
So,
would say they will be influences. They will be influential to you, Monica.
well, influential more so that I think we will vibe. I think we will make good art. I think we'll make good music just by our styles. You know what I'm saying? See,
Mhm.
Janelle Monáe is very eclectic. She can rap, she can sing, like
Yeah.
me. She can do all that. So I think if we was to do something, it'd just be dope.
Yeah, it'd be too much energy and on one.
Yeah, yes. so
That's dope.
so yeah, yeah.
So, any projects? Because I know you told me an interesting story about. Because I asked you, do you have any music, and you was like, you dropped something heavy, and I was like,
Well, yeah, I have a unique
good idea.
idea about releasing a album, but with videos,
Okay,
and it kind of came off of me writing a book.
right.
Started with me writing a book, and I'm like, wait, these are all songs. Like I have songs to a lot of these situations that I've been through, so
Mhm.
I could just do my album like that. Whereas the story, you get the whole story in the visual to it.
Wow,
So I'm still trying to figure out, pull all that together.
wow, that's real dope. That's real,
Yeah.
I really can't wait to see that come to
Yeah, and
fruition.
kind of like in a short film kind of way. You know what I mean? It's almost like a film, but it's
Okay.
a collection of videos.
Can you see yourself producing any films, any short films? Like, would you be
I'm
producing?
writing some things. I'm writing some things with some other sisters. Black Women Project, where
Okay.
the whole production is Black women.
Wow.
And all unique and got unique stories. So when we finish this, it's gonna be kind of dope. It's gonna
Like
be
an anthology kind of thing.
yeah, but think of it like Sex in the City meets Girlfriends,
Got you.
something like that, with real issues, with real
Real life
issues
situation.
that we go through, kind of made like a sitcom.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Now I know you met like some heavy hitters, Tyler Perry, T.I., Brian Hooks with his crazy stuff. How did you keep it together? Because I know, like,
Well, I was in Pierre Jackson with Brian Hooks, and he is hilarious.
I
He
know he is.
He is
I
hilarious.
know he is. I wouldn't have been able to keep it together with him. Like I wouldn't have been
And
able
a
to.
lot of the stuff he did was improv. You know, that's one thing about Christopher Nolan, who directed Pierre Jackson. He
Mhm.
allowed him to do a lot of improv,
Okay.
and he was just a fool, a whole fool. But I really enjoyed working with him. Absolutely.
Wow, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
stuff, Aisha. It really, really is. All right, one more game.
Another game? Okay. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna switch it up a little bit, and we're gonna do theme songs. today.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
I am.
Okay, here we go. It's a rare condition of this day and age to read
Read
it.
the good news on the newspaper page. Oh, to be good. No, on the ground design. Some people say it's even harder to follow us. But then there must be some magic new inside this gentle world. Yeah. Family matters.
Okay. You had me worried a
Yeah,
little
but
bit.
I
I'm
knew
like,
what it was.
oh, we're gonna have to take your black card if you ain't know that.
No, I did. Oh man, I forgot about that one though.
Then I know when I came across that, I was like, oh
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. All right. You ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Bad boy, bad boy. Oh,
What you want? What you want? What you gonna do when the don't for you?
That's the word. That's the word. That's it. You absolutely right. You absolutely
You know we
right.
all do that.
That's what he say.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Yeah.
Bad boy, bad boy. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And that was my grandma's show. I swear to God, my grandma watched that show so much.
Abricando en donde. That's
So
the
man, I get
word.
no pay. I
That's the word.
get no pay.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's the word. Absolutely right. That's it. That's what he
Right. That's
said.
right.
Okay.
You're so
Last one.
okay.
This is a good one. Last one. All right. Making a day in the world today takes everything
Everything
you
you got.
got. What?
It can help a lot.
Uh-huh.
You like to get away.
Do, 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 do.
Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. Cheers, cheers.
All
Come
right.
on now. And you're always glad you can.
Yes.
You wanna be where
Oh,
the trouble's all the same.
oh.
You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Oh, I appreciate the vibe tonight.
Woo! I'm
I
glad I do them all. I'm glad I do them all. Yay! That's what's up.
I was like, I'm gonna hit her hard because she was
No,
like,
you did great. Thank you. That was good. That was good. That was good.
I really want to, as the show progresses, I'm going to give out prizes.
Yo, you are so good for this. That's what I want everybody else to know. This girl right here is a whole fool. I know she get on here with her, her sanctifiedness and all that. But let me tell you something. Okay. A whole fool right here. Okay. I love you though. I love it.
Oh my God, I love you too, Aisha. I love you so much. This is so decent. I appreciate this vibe. I really do. I really do. Oh my God.
Yes.
So now we talked a little bit earlier, like I said, this week, and we were kind of like just reflecting on like the times and what's going on right now. And I had the conversation with my husband earlier this week, and I asked him a question. I was watching, I think it was like CNN or something like that. And I think it was just hypothetical. I'm not sure if it was like true to life, but it was like a hypothetical segment where they were talking about giving reparations to Black people. And the compensation would have been $350,000 to each Black African American in America. Would you take it or would you leave it?
I would take it, but it's definitely not enough. I mean, it doesn't come close to what. Come on now. It's a joke. It's a joke. But think about it. If somebody stole something from you, if somebody just hypothetically speaking, normally, if somebody stole something from you, you're gonna go back. You're gonna go ask for it back and beg for it back. And do you really think they're going to give it to you? First of all, they probably won't even acknowledge that they took it from you. You know what I'm saying? So it's a joke. It's for us to even be in a situation where we got to ask somebody to give us something back that they stole from us.
In the
You know,
first,
they no, it'll never be what we're owed. So if they gonna give us something, yes, I think we should take it. I mean, it's ours. It's ours, that and more. And I know it's so many people who really need it. So it's like, what can you do? I hate the situation. I hate that we're in a situation where we have to be asking something back that's already ours, that that we are owed and is overdue. But it's just it's messed up. And it is.
would you feel like it's a slap in the face?
It is. It's a slap in the face, but not taking it. What good is it? I mean, it's not enough of us that would not take it to make the point that would need to be made. It's not enough. So it's a tough situation.
And then I cringe at the idea, because like it's not like you said, it's not enough of people that would not take it. And then it's not like I'm going to speak against it, but I don't want to speak on it. But I cringe at the thought of how many of our people will give that money right back to them.
No, that's what we do. We give it right back, like the $1,200. See, I think the thing is, it was all a test. It was all like, collecting data. They stop everything. They take everything away, put everything on halt, and then give you money and watch and see what you spend the money on. Mm-hmm. You think, people going to spend it on essentials, but they watching. Who are the main people that they're giving their money to? This is who we're going to give our money to. You see what I'm saying? Because who we rush and give our money to? Amazon. People cannot stop. Like Amazon, Apple, all these people that's getting the trillions of dollars. That's who we're running to give our money to. So as business people, if you're just thinking business wise, that's who they're going to want to invest in, right? Because they know they're going to get a return on their money. But if we was to turn around and give all our money to Black businesses and they see that, then we would probably have a better chance at them giving us some money. But we don't invest in our own people. We don't do that.
I feel like if we were to do that, if we were to invest in our people only, we have a smaller chance of them giving us anything, because we are not giving it back to them.
But we'll have a bigger chance of us not needing them to give it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
absolutely.
I'd rather be on that end of it.
Not needing it than to like be standing and need it and feel insulted because you're taking it anyway, right. Even though it belongs to you.
You know it do.
Still feel insulted. Like
it's insulting. Like they was happy to give us that $1,200 because they knew we was going to turn around and give it right back to them. And if they give us more, we're going to turn around and give it right back to them. We have to unlearn things. We really have to unlearn things.
And how do we unteach? Like, how do we unteach? Like, because you got a platform, I have a platform. So many people have platforms, but it's kind of like we say these in these conversations that we have. Right? I want to unlearn, I want to unteach, but how can we create an opportunity to no, I want to unlearn, but how can we create an opportunity to unteach? Like, what would that look like? What would that be? I think
us starting to collectively teach.
Yeah.
Some of these men getting out here and being mentored to these boys, teaching them about money, teaching them about generational wealth and how to build that and to get land. Mm-hmm. That's what we need. We need land. Don't keep trying to buy property, buy land. And see, nobody wants to farm. Black people don't want to farm. Now more Black people are doing it, but that's what we need. We need our own grocery store.
The other day, like, would you like a family, like a plot, and like start a farm? Produce Junction. It may not look like it, but they getting guap. Okay?
Yes.
They are getting money, and all they doing is growing peppers, carrots, squash and tomatoes.
And then having a big day where you have a
And don't
market
care
and let
nothing
everybody
about
come
don't
out.
care nothing about no pandemic, don't care nothing about the economy collapsing, because no matter what, the earth is still intact
And you
and
always
it's
gotta
still
eat.
going
You always gotta eat. And wouldn't it be good to know where your food is coming from? Wouldn't it be? To you to go, not only that, but for you to go and go pull it out the ground yourself. What if you had a farm where you just had a day where you just let people just come get whatever they want, fill your baskets up. Fill your baskets up. Meet me at the register. We're going to weigh your basket and you go on, you pay and you go. You pulling your own vegetables and stuff out the ground, off the trees, whatever. That's a beautiful thing, right?
but
Why
we don't
can't we do that?
exactly. We
Why
don't
we scared? Why we scared to be farmers?
I don't
I
know.
don't get it. I don't know, but that's what we need to teach.
That
That's
is
what we need to teach and be examples of and just show it. That's why I'm starting my little garden, because I am going to be a farmer. I am going to farm and manage some farmland. I am, mark my word. And when I do, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
that's the best way to be.
Yeah.
You know, in Chicago, where you were, you guys just voted.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we did too, right?
Okay.
And we went to the polls. I'm in the polls with I think I was on the phone. I don't know if we supposed to be on the phone, but I was definitely on the phone. My girlfriend. And I'm voting, right? And I get to these last two questions at the end of the poll. And I'm gonna be honest, this is a transparent moment. I'm just being 100% real. I don't know what these questions mean at all. In the legislation code 5869222,
And they know that. They know we don't know.
to have such and such and such and such. And this is that. I'm like,
A bunch
I'm
of genre, a bunch
not,
of genre that you don't understand.
I guess,
Right.
yes. So this is and we were having this conversation too, and I'm like, we could be voting Democratic, right? But how do we know if those questions that we're answering are not working against us?
Because we don't know.
We don't know. We don't know what we're agreeing to. We got all types of weirdos sitting on the bench as our
It's like,
judges.
wow, who do I choose? Who do I choose between Satan or Lucifer? Which one? Okay. So, yeah, that.
Because I was just like, well, what are we agreeing to, or what are we disagreeing to? Those questions could be like, well, everybody answered no, but and that's more in the favor of a Republican seat, and like we wonder why these clowns keep on getting in the presidential seat, but we don't know what they feed. Like they feed,
And it's like, oh my God, like some of the posts that I've seen. I mean, some of the stuff I just have to get off of social media a lot because the ignorance is sickening. And the commentary is like, I'll vote for Biden if he did this, if he did this. I don't care what he did. I'm a vote. What do you sound like? What are you saying? What example is that setting for the children? Like that's watching. Like I vote for anybody just to not vote for Trump. Like what are you saying?
They were saying that earlier on in the year. I want let's get Trump out of here, and I'm like, so think about it, y'all. Y'all get Trump out of here. That's cool. But normally, when the president steps down, the vice president steps up. Do you not know that
Do you know who he is? He's worse than him, right?
worse? But that's why he's Donald Trump's right hand man, because he's worse than Donald. Like, do you not? But we don't know these things. We don't know
because people go to social media to see how they feel. Like people will wait for somebody to tell them how they feel, what they should feel, who they should agree with. We don't do our own research. We don't actually look these candidates up and see their past. Because if you do, it's like, whoa, how could I ever?
I don't want to vote for nobody. Like,
Biden, do you see all the crap and the messing with these young children, these girls? How? But girl, yes, it's they got us by the balls.
And they keep us there. But we kind of like crouch down and let them. Like we let them take a handful every time.
And
like
sad,
every time
when you
we
start
get
to
up.
talk and you tell our people what's going on, they quick to say, "Oh, you a conspiracy theorist," and you just what? Yeah. Okay, all right. Go ahead and be blind, deaf, and dumb. Then I just, it's like, why even say nothing?
I started the documentary 13th. Have you seen that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Anybody who's watching, if you have not watched that documentary, watch it. 13th. I think it'll put things
What is
in.
it on?
It's on Netflix. I'm
It's on
sorry.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix. It's
Okay.
called 13th. And from what I've seen so far, because I haven't finished it, but what I've seen
Mm-hmm.
so far is definitely putting things into perspective. Is definitely an eye opener, and it'll definitely make you thirsty for more knowledge. And I think that that's what we need in this time. We need more knowledge. I think a lot of Black people are oblivious to, like, they know that Black Lives Matter, like they saw the Trayvon Martin and Breonna Taylor and things like that. They saw those things happen, but they really don't know the backstory. Like, I think it's important. Sit your kids down. Let them watch Roots, yo. Let them watch where it all started. It's nonfiction. It's not a fictional thing.
I'm
This
telling you, even the
really
new generation,
happened.
you put something like that in front of them, they be like, "Oh man, come on, I don't want to see that crap.
No, but
Nobody want to see no slavery stuff."
it's
They so
important.
I have a 17-year-old, okay, and it's
He just
like,
17.
well, yeah, he'll be 17 in 2 weeks.
Jesus.
17, girl. Whew. 17 and a 13-year-old.
Jeez, he's 7 year
And
old.
it's like, he like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, mom. Well, what you want to hear? Let
Right.
me explain to you what's really going on.
Right.
Just because I try to keep you away from certain things don't mean that it's not going on.
Meaning,
They grew up around, and went to school with a lot of white people.
mhm.
Uh, so it's just different. It's just different because they just don't get it. They just don't get it, and I just don't want them to be totally out of tune with what's really, really going on.
Now let me ask you a question because I have a daughter and I know that we will eventually, but she's only two at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Had that conversation with your sons about if they get pulled over
All
and
the time.
really how
My
does
main
that
thing
make
is
you
my
feel as
main
a parent?
conversation is, you got these friends that you can't do everything they do. You just can't do it. And I know they laugh and joke and ha ha with you, but if something go down, they gonna look at you first. It's like, you just have to know that just because of the color of your skin, is you can't do what they do.
Yeah.
And will they really have your back if something go down? Like, you just gotta act. You just gotta know.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have those uncomfortable conversations with your friends about, how are they parents? How do their parents view Black people? How do they really view Black people? Because if they have a certain way of viewing them, they really look at you like that. And
Mm-hmm.
you can't trust them.
You can't trust them and you can't change it. Unfortunately, you can't change it.
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced any like
Oh, yes. I have. I've experienced some stuff, and it's just, I mean, but we always talk about what the others do to us, but we deal with a lot of classism within ourselves.
mm-hmm.
Black on Black is see, that's the conversation that we don't want to have.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so much classism, just within the Black community, that it's ridiculous.
So how do you think we can like choke that at the root?
We gotta talk about it. We gotta have these more and more of these discussions, and just don't stop, whether they want to hear it or not. We gotta talk about it and how it's not right, and that's it.
I didn't have this conversation because like you said, a lot of conversations are taboo, right? And people will take offense to it. And I don't mean this in any offensive way at all to the church. I love the church. I'm Christian 100%. But I do think that this is the time where the church is supposed to, religions all across are supposed to be standing up. But I don't think, particularly, and I can only speak for the church because that's the only experience that I've ever had, they can't stand up and address these isms, racism, classism, sexism, because we don't talk about it at church. How you going to address the world and you're not even addressing the bill?
That's it right there.
Little 15 people that you see every Sunday and you got your little mess with and you haven't apologized to and you haven't talked to and you refuse to call and you refuse to be honest and say, yes, I hurt you. So how you going to address the world? How you going to go out? No, you hiding in your bunker because you're not ready. You're only going to be equipped when you have those tough conversations and you face that giant dead on. And like, it may not feel good, it may expose you, but you'll be equipped for the fight. We're not equipped for the fight because we don't want to be like, we don't want to look bad. We want to do bad stuff, but we don't want to look bad.
Right.
Like, but it's not, it's like for like later on down the road, like the story in the Bible, like, yeah, David and Goliath. David was out in the field fighting the bear and fighting the lion and fighting the this and fighting the isms and all of that, right? Because he was the youngest brother and he had some isms. He was a little brother. They was treating him like whatever.
Right.
And that's why he was out there in the first place, because they ain't really mess with him like that.
Right.
So when it came time for him to stand up to the big thing, like right now, this big global issue, he was ready. But we're not, because we scared to have these conversations because we don't want to be vulnerable, or we don't want nobody to really know that, like, I got some pride issues and I suffer with depression. And you know, the reason why I said that is because I'm bipolar and I never got a shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, but that's real though.
And that's very prevalent in the Black community. I mean, we have so many issues that we don't address. And it starts at home. Like you said, first it starts with the heart, with you acknowledging it.
This is the home.
It starts there. And once you can accept it and acknowledge it there, then you can have the conversation at home with your family. And once you do, then you can take that out. But if you're not addressing it at home, you can't be a voice out here to everybody else. You can't. So yeah, these some elephants in the rooms that we gotta address. Mental illness.
To expose yourself.
Yeah.
Have somebody else expose you. Like, I don't think that's what people don't want. People don't want nobody else to expose.
Yeah.
I want nobody else to say this about me.
So you got to do it first. You got to
say it about yourself, so that when they start pulling stuff out, I'm like, yeah, I know. And you gonna say this about me, but you forgot.
Right, don't forget that. Right. Exactly.
And that's the only way we can fight this fight, is if we be real with us and if we be vulnerable with ourselves.
Right.
Right. And then we can, like, we can withstand anything.
Right.
We unstoppable.
We are.
Like you say.
We are gods. We are kings and queens. And if we can just understand that,
we'll be unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
I think that's why we like the biggest meal on the menu, because we don't know who we are. So anybody can just, even of those of us, we can just feast on each other, because you really don't know who you are. If you really knew, certain things wouldn't bother you, but you don't know. So I could just tear you apart because you don't really know.
Yep, absolutely.
Food for thought. So this week's beauty tip of the week is brought to you by
the week. Okay. What beauty tip do I have? Well, it's getting hot.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we Black women, we struggle with our hair.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people I see as a hairstylist, that's another thing. I am a cosmetologist.
Yes.
We don't necessarily always know how to keep our hair moisturized. So the tip is, and it's real simple, don't wait till your hair is dry to apply moisturizer to your hair. Okay? You have to apply the moisturizer to your hair while your cuticles are open.
Okay.
You want to seal the moisture in your hair while your cuticles are open. So after you shampoo your hair, you condition your hair. You thoroughly condition your hair, and after that's done, then you apply your oils, then you dry, then you close the cuticle.
Okay.
Get it? So that way you close the cuticle, now you're locking the moisture inside. And your hair will grow better. Your hair will grow better. It really will shine, get that luster. Because when you just adding oil onto dry hair, it's just sitting on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really getting up under the cuticle. So that's really, really important. Just knowing when and how to moisturize your hair.
Today's beauty tip brought to you by Happy birthday. I'm a pill. Now, are you styling out in Chicago? Are you out there
Yeah,
styling?
I'm still doing hair. I'm still
Okay.
doing hair, but it's like with everything that's shut down now, I do it when I have time.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm in the middle right now trying to open up a salon.
Oh, okay.
I was renting a space. So I do have a salon, so I'm reopening now, relocating.
Okay. Now, who would you say do it better, Chicago or Philly, as far as stylists?
Ooh. Um, ooh.
Chicago do hair like that?
I would say Philly. I'm gonna say Philly. But it depends on what styles. See, I love short hair. Like I got my protective styling and I be putting stuff in, but I love pixie cuts.
Yeah, you
That's
always
my
been that
thing.
this short. Yeah,
When it comes to that, Philly,
Philly.
definitely,
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
I don't know too much about Chicago as far as ears, but I've seen some down south styles, and I'll be like, sis,
Yeah, we struggling. We struggling. We struggling.
why green though? Why green?
Like
Why?
I know y'all gonna whoever wearing them don't hate me, but these lace fronts, baby, I can't.
Now. So
Uh-oh.
let me say, since I've been on quarantine, right? I scroll a lot for content and like out of some habit. I've seen some pretty decent lace fronts. I just can't get with it. I just don't like the roll up. Like I don't want it to ever roll up. So it just got to grow out my scalp. Like,
I can say so many things about them. I just don't. It
have
just
you
don't look
ever?
natural. It just don't look natural. It's like sis. Your face is brown. Your scalp
My
is
complexion.
yes. I can see the screen. Why does every lace front edges have to be baby hair? Why can't it just look normal? Why you gotta have your swoops all the way down to your eyebrow?
Would you ever?
Do them?
Would you ever wear one?
No. I mean, if I had to do it for a film, but no, I
Like,
would never just choose to put a lace front. No, I'll do a traditional sew-in. I do those. I love a traditional sew-in. I'm cool, but no, just
no, I can't get with them. I'm not knocking them.
I'm not knocking them
I
either
would.
because in the South, it's hot.
Mhm.
And a lot of people, Black people just don't want to deal with their hair. So it's alternatives. I get it. But just know what works for you.
Mhm.
You can't put everything on. You just can't.
She coming
So
with another beauty tip. I only asked for one. She gonna give us.
I'm just saying, know
Oh.
what works for you.
You got
Man.
any music for us? You want to give us a little something, something before we go?
Oh, a little something, something. Let me see.
Here we go. All right, y'all. Shh. Be quiet, y'all.
Let me see. Well, I got a song coming out that will be featured in White People Money.
Okay.
It's called My Coin. So I'll give you a little verse. Okay. I'm all about my money, cash, chips, coin. I'm all about my money, cash, chips, coins. I'm about my dough, money, cash, chips. Hold on. Money, cash, shit, coin, this my coin, bitch. I'm on my money. I'm getting money now. I'm acting funny now, laughing all the way to the bank like a clown and getting out this. Hold on, that got too much cursing. I forgot what show I'm on. That's what I'm trying to blank out all the cursing. I'm like, hey, hold on, because that guy
Give
hecked
us
me in
the
front of
diet
me.
version. Give us the diet version.
It's hard. It's like every other word. I'm just like, how can I blank that out? I'm trying to. You said no cursing. I'm trying. I got a lot of cursing in my stuff.
Anything. You could sing. You can. I
Oh,
used to like to hear you sing Inseparable.
oh, girl, I don't know about to sing. That was my mother's song.
I used to love to hear you sing.
My mom used to sing that. Uh, let me see, Lex. Without the cursing, you just making me
She
think
said
that I
without
need to
the
cry.
cursing.
I curse a lot. I'm
Oh,
passionate.
hard.
It really is. A lot of my songs have cursing in it. Okay. Dang. This is I know. I'm trying to see what I
You
got
gotta get
without
some kid
cursing.
friendly. You gotta get some kids bop stuff, Aisha.
Yeah, I do. I do. I do. Y'all just gonna have to go listen to it because it's got
Just listen. Just
go to Emma Peel on Spotify, Emma Peel on YouTube, and listen to my music. Dang, I gotta make some more music without cursing in it. So yeah, next time, I'm working on some things for you.
100%. This was amazing.
I love you. This was awesome.
I'm so glad.
I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we did this. I'm saying
And
I
there
think
will be more. There will
it
be
will be
more.
more.
I am. This is like starting, but I want to take it to another level. There's
Right.
so much more that I'm creating, and my juices are flowing, and I feel like I'm in a vein. I'm not moving. I said this already. Like I'm not moving. I'm not leaving this place, and I'm glad that we made this connection. I am so happy for you. I am so proud of you, and keep doing what you're doing. Like you are encouraging me. You are
Thank
inspiring me.
you.
You really
Look,
are.
I'm still sitting here like, what song I got without any. I just hate to not give you anything. But yeah. Oh, that's bad. I gotta work on that.
It's okay. This was more than enough. Thank you guys for watching. Next week, I don't want to give it away. It'll be really great though. I want to do like a family style thing. So be watching next week, 8:30, same time, same place. Love you guys. Bye
Thanks
with
for
me.
having me.
All
Bye.
right.